Well, it's a perfect autumn day here. Actually winter, really, now that we're in June, in the Adelaide Hills. About 20 degrees today. Beautiful day. Took the MGA for a bit of a spin, and I took the Morris out, which I don't very often. The poor old girl tends to sit in the shed a lot, and I feel a bit guilty about the fact that she doesn't get used. She's 88 years old, of course, so I suppose she's okay to be put out for retirement. But we had a nice little time together, and it was quite nice to remember how good she is when you're driving. Hard work, but good fun. So to the matter in hand, the door cards. Now I finished one of the door cards, that one you saw me making before, and the battery went flat in the camera, so I didn't film the final product, which sounds a bit suspicious, but I can assure you it looked really good, except that the padding was too thick, I thought. Now I know quite a lot of people like that thick padding. I personally don't. Just a personal choice, and I had used this white product here, which I thought would be fine, but I just didn't like the look of it. So, while it was still, the glue hadn't dried properly, I decided I'd rip it off and start again. And it was a decision I made, and the camera's being charged, so I didn't film any of that process. This is, I'm pretty sure I've shown this before, but this is the original door trim covering. And although it's highly degraded by the years and moisture and everything, you can see that what is in there is actually quite thin. It's almost like a felt, a very thin layer of felt. So I had some felt, and I decided that I'd give it a go. So I did the other door card just by using this black felt, which is not very thick, strong, but not very thick. So I used that as the liner, and this is what I got. This is the door card for the other side, which I think looks pretty good, actually. I'm pretty pleased with it. I've done the stitching, you can see there. The stitching, I think, has come up well. I would have preferred to use probably a heavier thread. This is an upholstery thread, so that's what it's designed for, and it's very strong. I decided to use a darker red colour because I thought if I used a light colour it might stand out if some of it wasn't as straight as I had hoped, but I'm really pleased with that. I did that by going through twice, basically. One way through, back and forward, and then the same again in the holes that didn't get filled the first time. So there are 2 threads in every one of these holes. And the back, not that you see it, but the back actually looks quite neat as well. This is a piece of vinyl I've put on the back, which was on the original door cards, which I think is just to make it nice and neat when you put your hand inside the door there. So that's it, and you know what? It wasn't that easy, it wasn't that hard, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. I tend to overestimate my abilities sometimes and come unstuck, but it's okay, and I'm pleased with it. I've punched all the holes for the door screws, as you can see, around the periphery there, so that I know where they are, because I can't really see them from the back. So that's it, and I'm just about to start on these pieces here, these 2 scuttle bits, which I talked about in the last video. So all in all, pretty good. It's been very cold out here at night, so I haven't got out during the week and done very much. It's only about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but I'm having a little drink to celebrate the lovely day. This is a red porter from a local brewery here at Lobethal. The Lobethal Brewery. That's the Lobethal Brewery. Very nice beer they make too. I'm hoping for a truckload to arrive after that little advertisement, but I don't suppose it will. So anyway, seeing as I've got a beer in my hand, a bit early for a glass of red, I thought I'd just like to offer a toast to all of us who undertake this madness, this passion for these old cars, and spend enormous amounts of time and money and patience restoring them and bringing them back and enjoying them. So here's to you and to me, and long may we prosper. Cheers. Too keen.